Okay, we got Kelley clean and jerk. I believe this is 73 kilos. It's a great clean. Kelley cleans the bar really well. We're working a little bit on our jerk. We'll take a look at the clean. She does a lot of good things, a lot of things that are really good. So we'll watch it fast, or regular speed, and then we'll slow it down. So it's just close. Pretty sure she hit this like 2 or 3 minutes later. We'll take a look anyway. Okay. Kelley's setup is pretty good. What we've worked with Kelley in the past with is keeping her hips down on the first pull. She tends to kind of fly her hips up a little bit too fast. She does have really long legs, so her hips are gonna come up sooner than somebody with kind of different proportion legs. So her hips are going to come up, so it's okay, but this is way better than it has been in the past. So first pull, gets the bar to the knees. This is a pretty good position for her. I would like to see her leave a little bit more knee bend, so leave a little bit more leg to drive with, because then she has to kind of sweep underneath. So she makes contact. Now let's take a look at where she does and how her legs are. So I would, if she could, leave a little bit more bend in her knees so she can drive a little harder with her legs. But if you look at it, it's pretty good. When she makes contact, feet are fairly flat-ish on the floor, and she's ready to drive pretty hard. So we'll look at extension here. This is pretty good. This is getting pretty far back behind the bar. And this is something that a lot of people struggle with in the clean, is finishing. So if you're watching Jen's video, Angela, even Kelsey's video, they don't finish quite as much as this. If you're watching Julie's video, she finishes what looks like a little bit more, but again, Julie has a lot of different levers, so this is good. This is a good extension right here. Kelley gets underneath the bar well, and you can see if you have an issue with catching the clean with your elbows, your back, upper back not being strong, this is a really good one to watch, because you can see as soon as she drives the bar off, she releases her hook grip and she shoots her elbows through and really catches in a really good position with the barbell on her shoulders. This is something that Kelley did work on for a while and has gotten really good with it. So we have since moved on working on to other things, but if this is an issue for you, this is a really good one to watch. Good clean. Okay, onto the jerk. For the jerk, it's a lot like Jen's jerk. So if you were just watching that video, and this one, there's a lot of similarities here. The first one is the hands. I'd like to have her bounce her hands out a little bit, so when she comes out of the clean, she needs to work on a little bit smoother transition right there. Just instead of rotating your elbows around before that, bounce the bar and grab it with your hand. So now you gotta screw around with it a little bit too long and it's gonna feel funky. You gotta bounce it. When you bounce it up right out of the clean, you gotta work it with a little lighter weight. Slide your hands out and grab the bar. Be aggressive with the grab. So we'll look at the jerk. Initial dip. So you can see this is a lot forward, right? So what we want to focus in on is just knees out and then right straight up. Instead, what we have is, watch her knees. Kelley's knees come really far forward. She stays fairly upright. So I'm sure that she's feeling like when she does jerk the bar, she most likely feels like she's back and she's in a good position, but her knees shoot way forward. So what we want from her is just drive her knees out real quick and then go straight up from there instead of this is kind of longish. Because then you can see that she gets forward, her heels are off the floor even before, way before she gets extension, before she drives. You can see that forces her to miss extension a little bit because of that. Alright. Her footwork, her front foot is a little bit short. So you can see that when her feet land, her front foot lands before her back foot, and it should be the opposite. Her front foot should be landing. This is decent timing for the back foot to land, but the front foot shouldn't be down yet, and it should be reaching out to that line. She's almost missed it by almost a full foot length, so she's got to move her foot a little bit more. She does start to press herself underneath the bar, so, which is a really good thing, because in the past where Kelley has struggled on the jerk was getting to there and then trying to press the bar out the rest of the way. So she's done a good job working on that. But now it's a matter of moving that front foot a little bit more, kind of refining your footwork a little bit so you can get under. You can see it's out in front, and if that foot is out towards that line more, you'll be much more forward and you'll be lower. You can bend that back knee, it'll be a much better position. Alright, we'll watch it in full speed.